Oh, we're just sitting down. Oh my gosh. He's on the floor. He can't take it no more. You're pregnant with Thomas's child. Are you pregnant with my son's child? Are you? Do 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 do. I'm waiting for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the Bold and the Beautiful review. Hello guys. Who am I gonna start with? Okay, with Thomas and Steffy. So Steffy is just like, I can't believe you punched our daddy in the face. I can't believe that. This is like disrespectful. That's the most disrespectful thing that you could ever do to your dad, okay? To our dad. I was like, Steffy, I don't think so, okay? There's worse. There's worse. And Thomas was thinking the same thing. He was like, sister, I did not tell you about me sleeping with Caroline, but you know what? We don't need to go there. And he keeps on talking about how Rich thinks that he can take whatever and whomever he wants. Like, he thinks that I can take whoever I want. That's not the case. That's not the case. I'm just like, okay, like, we're gonna keep on talking about that. Okay. Steffy just tells Thomas that, you know what? Whatever you're going through, those old wounds you're talking about, that's no excuse. And I was just like, okay, but Steffy, a lot of the things that you're doing, we kind of feel like it has to do with your childhood. It has to do with watching Brooke take away your daddy, because I don't see why you would feel like you can't get in someone's relationship like that. Like, I always give you excuses because I know how it's been like for you, you know, watching Brooke and your daddy, how Brooke would just get rich, you know, fast like that. So, okay, but I guess it's you and your brother. We're gonna stick to that. So, Thomas is just like, you know what? It was different for you and Dad, and it's different because you and Dad, y'all are like best friends. He loves you very much, okay? But with me and Daddy, it's like power struggle. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, okay? Like, Thomas feels like Ridge is too hard on him, and Steffy is the favorite. I understand. Sometimes with guys, father and son, it's like they're like two men now, and it's like, no, like, you used to be a child, you used to be my kid, now it's like you're a grown man, and I don't know how to deal with you no more. Like, sometimes it happens with guys. So then we have Ivy and Wyatt. They have their sex scene, and I was just like, please don't let them be in bed for like an hour, like, or should I say 30 minutes, because the show is 30 minutes. Like, please, don't do it, guys, don't do it. But then I just loved it that Ivy said something. What did she say? She said, if Steffy wants to tell on me, she's gonna have to tell on herself, so she's not gonna do it, so I need to talk to Uncle Eric about this. And I was just like, okay, but why don't you talk to the CEO? Okay, before you go talk to Eric, even though you know the answer, go talk to Rich, because Rich is gonna be like, what's the reason? You don't trust Ivy, like, what's going on? Like, if you look at it in a business way, it's not good to have Ivy fired, especially when you don't have a real reason, because like the media's gonna want a reason, and what is it gonna be? And what if Ivy decides to release her own statement? Okay, if Ivy decides to go on social media and say, you know what, my cousin fired me, and this could bring something more. Like this could be like a storm, a media storm. So I was just like, I know Rich is not into business right now, but he's never into the business. Like, he never cares about the business, the company. Like, why you CEO if you ain't there to handle things? Like, how come you don't ask questions when people get fired? Especially the face of Forrester or maybe PR people. Why are you not worried about these kind of things? Like, why are you letting the VP and the president handle everything? And at least, even if you let them handle stuff, okay, at least look at certain things. Like, you don't even ask questions. I don't understand that, but it's okay. It's Rich Firestar. So yeah, I feel like Ivy jumped the gun. She should have talked to Rich, and actually she should have talked to Steffy. Like, look, Steffy, I'm gonna bring everybody here, and you can tell them why you fired me. Okay, we can. I'm gonna look bad. You're gonna look bad too. We're gonna look back together. This is what we're gonna do. I'm pretty sure Steffy doesn't want to admit that she hit Allie. So you can have your job back. Ivy, you need to play with fire a little bit more. Okay? Like, don't just go to your Uncle Eric. And by the way, Uncle Eric, what kind of uncle are you? Okay? That was just like the way that scene. That was awful to me, because your niece is coming to you and you're like, oh my god, my sweet Ivy, yay, I love you so much, you're my niece. And you have her boyfriend telling you how she was forced out of your company and she got fired, security was called and all, and your reaction was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, you're gonna be missed at Forrester Creations. Like, what the hell? What kind of answer is that? Like, I feel like the first question should have been like, okay, what happened? Why did Steffy fire you? What did you do? Because I don't see Steffy, like, I can't imagine Steffy just firing people just to fire people. So what did you do? Did you guys get into an argument? Like, what happened? Give me some details. Go ahead, I'm listening. That's the third question. And Ivy shouldn't have to ask you to help her. Okay, you should have already known that there's something going on and you want to get involved, because it's not just the business now, it's family. Okay, how are you going to have Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving and if y'all are arguing, if everybody mad? How are you going to do that? No. So as an uncle and as the patriarch of the family, do something, please. And I just feel like him and Ivy should have had that conversation a long time ago. Like, I think even 2 weeks ago. Like when did Ivy get fired? Like a week ago. Whatever. They should have had that conversation right after when Eric heard about the news. Like, he should have been like, Steffy, what's going on? Okay, and he should have had a conversation with Ivy like, what's going on? Tell me what's up. Don't just send flowers. Like, what for? I didn't understand that. And anyways, it doesn't matter, because now he's asking the right questions. He's asking Ivy, like, what the hell happened? And Ivy's just like, you know what? It started with Allie's death. I was just like, okay, girl, go ahead. But if you're going to tell him, Steffy, you better include yourself. You better tell him that you blackmailed Steffy and make sure he's on your side. Start talking. You better open your mouth. You don't have to keep secrets for Steffy anymore. And free yourself, basically. Free yourself of that. Okay, like, that could be so good. Like, if she just tells the truth on herself, on Steffy, like, this is, and not just with Eric. Don't just talk to Eric, because Eric ain't gonna do anything for you. Okay, like, he's gonna talk, but I mean, just Eric, like, tell somebody important. Like, even Rich is not into this. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So let's get to Rich and Caroline. So Rich is pretty upset. He was like, wait, my son? Did you say it was Thomas? Like, Tom? You slept with Thomas? My son? Oh, hell no. And Caroline's trying to make excuses like he didn't know about the pills, and he was there to comfort me. And Rich is like, I get it. Like, and Caroline keeps on talking, like, she's like, okay, but he really didn't know. Okay, he's really a friend. He didn't know about anything. I promise. Blah 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 blah. And Rich is just like, get it. Okay, he throws, I don't know what he was throwing, but I think it was he threw a box of pencils. I'm guessing, okay, because everything was flying. I was just like, what is, but so yeah, he was pretty pissed off, but he then said, you know what, he knew exactly what he was doing. My son knew what he was doing. He didn't know that you were drugged. He didn't know about the drinking. He didn't know that your heart belonged to me. He didn't know. And I was just like, ooh, I'm sorry, Caroline. Thomas used you. He used you. He used you. But I feel like Rich is trying to convince Caroline that she was raped. I have that feeling. I don't know if that's what he was trying to do, but it kind of feels like that. Like he's trying to say like he raped you. But I just feel like Thomas took advantage of her. And that's pretty much it. He took advantage of her. And Caroline keeps on making excuses for him, like he was drinking too, you know, he didn't know what he was doing. Rich ain't buying it. He knew exactly what he was doing, okay? Like he knew that you were in love with me. He was there prior to that incident of you sleeping together. He was at our place. He saw us together in love. Why would he think that it's okay to sleep with you? And Thomas was waiting for the moment that they would break up. I'm sorry, he was waiting for it. Okay, every time he had a conversation with Caroline, and he would be like, my dad is gonna leave you for another woman. You know, he's not faithful. He doesn't stay with one woman. He doesn't know how to do that. He's gonna leave you. He's gonna make you unhappy. He's not gonna give you what you want. He's not gonna give you a child. Blah 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 blah. Why are you that concerned about Caroline? Why are you into her business like that? Why, Caroline? You should have known that you needed to watch out, okay, when he was having those kind of conversations with you. And by the way, it's your ex-boyfriend, and he's now seeing you being in a relationship with his dad. Like, do you really think he's gonna be happy about that? No. So I mean, that was that. Like, Thomas used her, and Rich, it's also your fault, okay? Your fault. You heard me. Like, why are you leaving a woman for a day? Oh, I'm done with you. We can't be together. And then the next day you want to call. Like, why that? If you're making a decision, be sure about it, because you never know. Like, sometimes people, when they break up, they're like, oh my God, I just want to kill myself. Let me jump off a bridge. You never know what a person can do, okay? Let me commit suicide because you left me. Like, you don't know. She could have gotten into an accident because she's crying. You know, you're crying and driving at the same time. He left me. Accident, okay? And then you get a call, and it's like, I'm sorry, but Caroline Spencer is at the hospital. And then you're like, oh my God. Like, he should have thought about it. So those three are to blame for their situation, basically. And as we heard, I don't know if you heard, because the volume was not up high. So Caroline just told Rich, like, because Rich was like, okay, I know what I am to you, but what I know what Thomas is for me, but what is he for you, okay? And Caroline was just like, he's the father of my child. And Rich was like, wait a minute, what? What? The father of your... No, girl, don't do this to me. So, yeah, now he knows. Caroline is pregnant with a son. So, that was it, guys. Now, I have an announcement. I have Twitter now. Okay, Twitter and Facebook. It's, Soiree on Rose. I know it's like, you're like, what? Soiree on Rose? But it's Soiree on Rose / TheBeck33 on Facebook. And on Twitter, it's Soiree on Rose. Yeah, I'm trying to do more things, okay? Even have a website, but it's not ready yet, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, so follow me. I'll try to even tweet live when you know, the show comes up. I'm gonna try tweeting at the same time. So maybe Wednesday I'm gonna be there tweeting with. So you can tweet with me. I don't know, like, So yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye.